What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On this segment, we're going to quickly talk about Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul in a boxing match. So this one is being talked about. Jake Paul has called out Nate Diaz. Apparently there was like a little scuffle at the Anderson Silva versus Jake Paul fight. Nate Diaz and his crew, I think, were escorted out after getting into like a little beef with Jake Paul's crew. Now, before that incident, before that night, Paul and Diaz have been going back and forth, and a boxing match was discussed a bit back. Current thoughts on this? Jake Paul beats Nate Diaz in a boxing ring. I wasn't so sure before, but seeing how Jake Paul is improving, he's a big kid, he's going to be bigger, stronger, faster, more explosive than Nate, not to mention younger. The fight experience vastly goes to Nate Diaz. And I would say even skill, but take the skill Jake Paul currently has, which is going to be improved a little bit more by the time they do fight, if they do have a match. Match that up with Jake Paul's attributes that I just mentioned, the advantages he has over Nate. Consider Nate's fight style, that he takes a lot of damage. He's very hittable, relies on his chin quite a bit. All a recipe for disaster, in my opinion, for Nate Diaz. I'm not sure if Nate would be knocked out. To be completely frank and honest with you, I think it's possible. He's only human. He's getting older, nearing in on 40. He's been in a lot of battles, a lot of wars, taken a lot of big shots, a lot of damage. Again, I emphasize he's only human. Even the most granite and toughest chins crack eventually. Would I be excited for this? This particular boxing match? No, not really. Would I tune in for the spectacle and just being curious about it? Sure. If Jake Paul fancies himself a boxer, which I think at this point he is, but being honest and fair, he has to fight a boxer. He's fought a YouTuber, an NBA player, smaller, older, non-boxers in a slump. I'm talking about Askren and Woodley. Askren really isn't that much smaller. That was more for Woodley. Woodley, yes, dangerous, knockout power. I think most of his finishes are via strikes in the UFC. But older, not a boxer. And Askren just can't strike. Gotta give him credit for beating Anderson Silva on some level. I personally thought that Anderson Silva was going to beat Jake Paul. I was wrong. I will sit here and admit that. But you have to look at this situation objectively. 47-year-old, long storied career against a 25-year-old in his realm. That's all that kid does. Train boxing. 25 years old, unlimited funds, unlimited resources to allocate to training. So, like, I guess not a super shocker that he beat Anderson Silva. But the freak show fights, having the advantage over these guys stepping in the ring with him, I kind of would like that to stop. How about we see Jake Paul versus somebody close to his age, at the same boxing level, 6 to 7 fights in, and somebody that's a boxer, same size. Yeah, let's see that. Then we could get a better gauge at where he's at. But the benefit of fighting Jake Paul, hey, you get a big payday. You make $1 million, 1.5. I think Tyron Woodley made like $2 million, possibly, allegedly. So these guys are getting paid good money for these matches. So if Nate Diaz wants to make a little bit of coin, be involved in some, quote, freak show spectacle of a boxing match, so be it. Let him do his thing. Like I said, I would tune in out of curiosity. But I will officially say I believe Jake Paul beats Nate Diaz. Fair and square, straight up in a boxing match at this point. Hulk, you're going to love me for that. Cue in Hulk's comment saying that Jake fixes fights in 4, 3, 2, 1. Just messing, Hulk. You know I love you, man. Alright guys, let me know in the comment section. First of all, who would you favor in a boxing match between Jake Paul and Nate Diaz? Would you be curious on any level to see it? Do you want to see Jake Paul versus an actual boxer? Or are you good with like these weird freak show-ish boxing matches? Alright guys, thanks for watching this segment. I'll catch you all on the next one. Later.